And we are live. What's going on, everyone? We are going to be playing Axon TD Uprising. To be confused with, anything else that could be going on right now. But basically, this game is something that I did a first look video on, months ago. Because the developers reached out to me and they wanted me to just, poke around in it in a press kit, and it was nice. But the game has released since then. And what this game is it's essentially your standard tower defense game, except it has like a nice, unique spin to it, right? But it also offers co-op. Now, I'm not going to dive into the co-op gameplay or anything like that right now because I don't actually have anyone else to play with for co-op, but I thought it was kind of neat. So, without anything else going on, right? Let's go ahead and dive on into it. So, we have your tutorial, your quick play, your campaign, which has quite a bit of gameplay in the campaign, survival, which is what we're going to be playing today, and then there's also co-op, which I think is really neat how co-op works. I think it would be really cool to try co-op at some point, but right now, survival is what we're going for. And there's essentially two different map types for survival, okay? We have a blank canvas, and then we have islands. And when I say blank canvas and islands, it's all going to make a ton of sense shortly. All right. Okay. But yeah, so let's go ahead and do blank canvas because I really like how this goes. So blank canvas, and we're going to check our loadout here. We have a seeker drone, we have a radiation vent. Let's do seeker drone, and I don't know what else should we do here. Seeker drone's really good at taking out single units. We should probably go for something that has a little bit more, I don't know, like some AoE potential, right? But I also really I mean, we could do an arc reactor. Why not? Arc reactor wouldn't be terrible. Network's fun, but I feel like that's not that good. Plasma thrower doesn't do a ton of damage either. So if I right click on these, it'll tell you how much damage that it does, right? So 6 damage isn't much. This does 6 damage a second, but it ramps up for a drilling laser. The cryo beam does 9 damage. And then we have a 7 initial damage and 4 over 4 seconds. So it's not actually a ton of damage, whereas this does 8 damage every time it attacks, until the target's either destroyed, even when out of range. So once the seeker drone's on it, it's just on it, right? So we need to figure out something that's going to work for taking care of, this right here does a lot of damage. Damages everything in the line of fire for 55 damage. That's a ton of damage. It just does not work super well because of how slow firing it is. We would need multiple of these in order for us to actually get what we want going out of it. And then this one here does 7 damage a shot, and it does ramp up to 23 damage depending on missing health. This one here starts at 3 damage, caps at 45. And then you have your standard 16 damage turret and 12 damage turret. Let's do the mass driver. It's gonna feel weird and kind of wonky, but I think it'll be fun. I hope it'll be fun. So those are going to be our loadouts. Our upgrades are kind of set currently. We could definitely grab the backup plan, and let's go ahead and fire it up. But this game was made by a smaller company. I'm actually really happy that they reached out to me to cover their game initially. Now, this right here is not sponsored content or anything like that. I have not gotten any sponsorship or payments or anything like that for covering their game. Initially, I got the press kit, and this is a copy of the game that I have, and it is honestly, it's really fun. I've got a decent amount of hours in it already. Not a ton, but it is enough for me to, scratch that itch. Because I don't know if you guys are as old as me, and I'm going to date myself a little bit here, but I used to play desktop tower defense and like the original balloons all the time, you know, on like Cool Math for Kids when I was in school. And but also on, you know, Congregate. What was another website that we played a lot of Flash games on? But like the old Flash game tower defense games, like those were huge for me, right? Because I grew up in the era of Flash games for computer gaming. Computer gaming was either World of Warcraft or Flash games, or UO, so Ultima Online. Like that was it. It was like Flash. You played it in browser, or you download it and you got an actual like CD. And you never downloaded anything off the internet because the internet was bad, right? So anyway, that was like the world of PC gaming when I was a kid. So having the ability to fire up a tower defense game that's actually pretty challenging and just play is really fun. But enough about, you know, little history lesson and whatnot and why I enjoy this game. Let's get back into actual gameplay. So the way this game works, right, is it's a tower defense game. And you may be like, man, why do you have just such a small little like path here? Is that it? Well, that's the cool thing. You have expand tiles, so you can actually add tiles to your map. All right. You also have blocker tiles, which are essentially just things that the creeps can't move through, right? And then obviously you can sell towers, but there's a limited amount of cells that you get each wave. And then eventually we'll get expands. What we're going to do in the meantime, so I'm going to go ahead. We're going to put an ad right here. Wait. What's the range on this? Everything in the line of fire. Okay, so the range on this is 4. Okay. That's neat. So I can't put the tower in a place that would block the creeps, right? Because, you know, that just makes too much sense. So what we are going to do is we're going to put the laser right here. I'm actually going to put this little guy right here. And we're going to hope that it works. Because I'm out of money. I have no more money, and between this, hopefully we can, you know, do something. Let's go ahead and speed it up just a little bit. Uh-oh. Okay, so yeah, this works pretty well. We've done 701 damage with our arc laser, or whatever this thing's called, and then we've done 259 with our drone. And I think a Reaper may be what we need. And I think we should get a Reaper and put like the Reaper like right here, right? To catch any stragglers that might get all the way through to the end. And then let's just go ahead and fire that up, speed it up just a little bit more, and see a, okay, good. As long as this is hitting at least some of the like big groups, then I'm fine. I just feel like it's not hitting as many as it could. So we may need to look into a reassessing how this works, right? I do really like radiation vents. They do a little bit of damage. So this is going to apply a damage over time effect, and the damage over time effect will end once it hits this green square on the right side of my screen, right? So it'll end right here. So if but I can only apply 1 damage over time from a radiation event at a time. So if I wanted to have another one, I don't have the money for it, but if I did, I'd have to place it where it expires or afterwards. Otherwise, it just refreshes the cooldown on it. It doesn't actually stack damage. Otherwise, I would literally just have an entire like map of it and laugh as these guys take just a ton of damage, right? We have one more wave that we need to get through before we get our expand. So let's go ahead and send it, right? So you could see that the radiation's actually doing a decent amount of damage because a lot of these like weaker units are basically already dead without even getting attacked. And this thing's really not doing as much damage as I want it to. I know it's showing that it's doing 3,000 damage, but it just doesn't feel good. We can get an extra 2 blockers, which are these little things I haven't placed down yet, every 3 waves, which would increase our amount that we get, right? Deal damage to HP is also applied to armor, which would be really good. And then we have an orbital cannon, which can strike multiple targets and has global range. We're kind of hurting on money, So getting more money and an orbital cannon as a new tech wouldn't be the end of the world, but getting an upgrade for a radiation vent I think would be really good. So we can actually almost get that, right? But now we have an expand tile, and here's where the game really gets fun, right? So I need to zoom out just a little bit here. We're gonna take a look at the expands. So we can expand to any of these little dots, right? So we have, I don't want to count because that's a lot, right? So we have 2 by however many, 2 by many on both sides. Well, blue ones give you 4 adds, which are increasing your grid by 1, right? So if I click on this, then I'm going to gain 4 additional adds, and it expands my map that I can place turrets down as well as start rewiring the path. If I do this, I get 80 credits, which is just money, right? So orange is credits, blue is adds, red is power, which is what I use for upgrades, and then green is recycle. So what recycle does is basically you take a you take a doohickey, right, a tile, and you remove it, but then you get it back as an add. So not only can you delete a tile, but you just basically replace it and move it somewhere else. So having that sort of functionality, being able to really remap the map is really cool too. Because it essentially works as both a blocker and an add. And that just may be something that we want to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to place it right here. And here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to get this to be a nice straightaway. And we're going to do another straightaway here, right? Oh, I did that wrong. I did that real wrong right there. So what I want to do is I want this to come down to here, right? And then I need to block this out. So now they have to go all the way up and around. And this is the new path, obviously. But then if I do this, I can add in another turret right here. That's going to force them to be in our big nuke laser longer. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add an extra tile here, an extra tile here, and get 2 more of these lasers, one pointing this direction, one pointing that way. And then eventually one here going down, one going this way. And it'll give us a lot more coverage. And with like 1, 2, 3, 4 lasers, even 5 or even another one right here, that's going to give us a lot more coverage, a lot more damage potential, right? So that's kind of my thought process there. And if I really wanted to, I could try and like finagle this a little bit more, but it'll be fine. So let's go ahead and speed this up and just see what happens. Because we increased the path by so much, our drones are really going to get a lot of work in. Because now if something gets past our big laser, like they've got this much path for the drones to actually just stick on stuff and destroy it. We have 36 power, so now we can actually start upgrading this, right? So I can upgrade this to get that to a better radiation vent, and then I can actually go ahead and just place another radiation vent down. So now no matter what, they're going to be taking radiation damage up until here. Let's go ahead and take a look at our rewards. So we've got an upgrade for the Reaper. We've got +2 adds every 3 waves. That's actually a really good power up. So I may just grab that and the Inertia Blaster. I really like the Inertia Blaster, but we're going to grab the extra adds because that's going to give us the ability to really start expanding and customizing this map just a little bit more, right? And getting it just tweaked the exact same way that we want it. Let's go ahead and upgrade this one as well. So now we have 2 upgraded radiation vents, and let's see how this goes. So there are boss waves that'll come in, and the bosses are actually kind of scary, I'm not gonna lie. I have not gotten very far in the survival mode. So this is definitely a game that I'm a little rusty on. I'm not good at tower defense games by any means. I just find them very fun. For each Axon in range less than 5, deal more damage up to a cap. Yo, what's going on, Sorrel? How you doing, my man? Oh, an extra 8 power per wave. That will help me upgrade my turrets very quickly. So let's go ahead and grab that. Okay, now I don't have enough for me to really grab anything. I don't have enough for any of these towers, so we're just gonna wait. Slow it down just a little bit here. Ooh, that was a nice one. Cool. That guy's gonna get all the way through, and that's kind of terrifying to me. Oh, okay. So we did good there. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. You had a good week so far? If there are at least 5 Axons in range, deal more damage. Okay, and then we could get the standard pulse ray. We can also get +1 recycle when re-rolling 2 times. I don't think I like that. So let's go ahead and do this. Plus 16 credits a wave, that's actually really good. So let's go ahead and do that. That way we can start making a little bit more money, right? We are going to need to find a way for us to apply more damage. I don't necessarily want us to put in another radiation vent because I feel like that's not going to give us enough damage spread for what we need. But we don't have enough for another laser, right? So what we are going to do is we're going to apply another drone over here at the beginning. This should be good. Mine's been okay, man. It's been okay. I've got a lot of work going on. Like, I had a deployment tonight, right before the stream, and then I've got another one tomorrow. So it's been a lot of just deployments and issues that I got to work through. But I mean, it's what I signed up for. So it is what it is. Okay, well, I'm very glad that we have this radiation vent here because that did a ton of damage. I mean, I know it says only 364 damage, but that's pretty nice. An additional add if we don't have any add tiles at the end of the wave. Okay. You could also get a link blaster. Link blasters are really cool, right? So the way a link blaster works is that straight up it only does 10 damage, right? But then if you have another link blaster attached to this one, it gains 60% more damage. So when you have 2 link blasters next to each other, they do 16 damage each. But if you got 2 on either side of a link blaster, it actually does like 22 damage each, right? And then if you got 3, then it does, you know, like 28 damage, and then up to like 34 damage-ish maxed. But realistically, it's not really that big of a deal. What is good though is you can connect other with one of these upgrades, you can connect other defenses that are not the standard link blaster, and they receive the damage buff. Damage bonus per tower 60%, and the standard damage buff is 30%. So you can get a hold of a tower that is not a link blaster and give it a 30% buff. So it's really neat. Am I going to grab either of those? No, I'm not. -3 power cost for upgrades. That's actually not bad. We have a increased range for command link. Connected only 1 or 2, increased range. At the end of the wave, gain a life for every 2 towers connected. For each connected tower, generate power at the end of the wave. That's pretty neat. And then gains additional damage per kill, resets each wave. Let's grab the Reaper bonus. I think that's probably our best bet here. And now that we've got, you know, a little bit here, right? I think our next thing that we need to do is we actually need to expand this way. And this is going to give us not just, you know, our standard loop this way, but we're going to reroute it to where it comes down here and loops around here and then goes in. And we have plenty of adds to actually make this work, right? And then I'm going to add a single spot down here. We're going to put a Reaper, and then we'll actually sell this one. Am I going to sell it? I'm not going to sell it. No, I'm not. I am going to put a blocker down right here. Now, this blocker is small but mighty, and I can reclaim it by just selling it, and I'll get it back, I think. Yeah, blockers are refunded when sold or built over. Cool. So yeah, and this should be a pretty solid setup. We can also upgrade these Reapers and get them all squared away as well. And yeah, I'm feeling good. Oh, we got some cloaking ones as well as healers too. The good news is it doesn't matter if he's invisible because this radiation vent's going to tear him up. Now, I am kind of worried with how much health some of these have, but then again, I've got multiple towers that they have to get through still. Let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit and see how far they actually get, right? Okay, like that honestly wasn't too bad. Let's see here. Turns into a mine. I don't necessarily want that. All Reapers gain +1 range. That'd be pretty cool. Because we have 2, and then I can start actually placing them a little bit over here to try and apply a little bit more damage, right? More consistent damage. And then we also have gravity traps, which give everybody a slow field. So let's actually apply Reapers, right? Let's give all of our Reapers increased range, and then let's just work on upgrading them, because now I have a feeling that's going to be pretty game changing with how much range like these two almost overlap. They do overlap by 2 tiles, one here and one here, right? And then this one here, like these guys overlap by 2 tiles here and here as well. Actually 3. So I think we're going to start scaling up a little bit here. But I do feel like we need another one of these little guys and get it pointing this way, because a single laser isn't enough for us to kill anything anymore. So we need to double dip a little bit here. We're not quite where I need to be. Deals more damage against Axons with low HP. Okay. Then we have a nuclear, which emits a radioactive cloud, which deals low damage to all Axons within surrounding area. How much damage is low damage? So 3 damage a second. Cool. So 3 damage a second isn't terrible. And it ignores armor and shields. Target area 5x5. The longer an Axon's within the range, the more damage it takes up to a cap. The damage caps, it increases by half every second. You know, honestly, I think I want to grab that. And then we're going to take this little guy and point it that way. And then we're going to end up using these things and placing them like here. I wish I could place it on that, but this is something you can't build on. But having points like this that we can easily build onto, I'll actually end up moving the Reaper just so I can have this nuclear plant there, because that's going to apply a ton of damage if you think about it, especially if we get the damage ramp. So I think that's kind of like the game plan here, right? And actually, I'm going to go ahead and sell this because now I have the money. I'm just going to put that right there, and that should apply a ton of damage over time. Should, in theory, right? Oh yeah. Basically, this thing's going to like essentially one-shot anything that goes through. And now these things are taking extra ramp damage over time because you've got a this and that combined and just applying a ton of dot. I like the dots. Dots are great. Damage grows the longer the drone stays on the unit. Okay, that's pretty solid. Then we have a portable generator. I do not like portable generators, so we're going to go ahead and grab the secret drone upgrade. We got plenty of power to actually upgrade all of our secret drones, so we'll go ahead and do that. And we have a little bit of power here now. So what I'm thinking is we could totally build this right there too. So we can build one of these right here. And then we have enough money. Let's go ahead and start getting another laser beam up and going. We'll see how this goes. So I'm realizing that some of these things are still getting through, right? So we had one of these essentially like big souped up things that just spawns more units, right? Had one of them get all the way through to here, so that's not good. We need to find something to try and attack, deal more damage. A 20% damage amp applied to all Axons on the final 20% of the path. I have no idea how long my path is. It's 56. The last 20% of 56 is what, like 10 tiles ish? What would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I can do that. And then as the path gets longer, it works better. So let's go and do that. Okay. I have 73. It's not quite enough for me to actually get any of these things, but I do have an ad. Let's see if we got anything here. Oh yeah. Gain 60 credits when expanding here. Instead of selling, we're gonna go ahead and grab something here and then put something there. And next up, I think we can double dip. I think we double dip. So now they overlap, and I don't know how much damage these things do again. Let's double check. 3 damage a second, essentially. And then we can do a damage ramp as well. But having a couple extra squares in here, I think that's going to help us out a little bit. I hope it helps us out enough to where we can actually start ramping up damage a little bit, but we'll find out. So we kind of need to get like some nice burst damage in, right? So we may actually just need to like triple down on lasers. Things are kind of tanky too. Like, I mean, that's only one drone, but still. We may need to apply some drones to this side as well. Applies a lingering damage over time to Axons leaving its range. The damage is refreshed when in the range of any nuclear towers. Okay, hold up. What's the damage over time? Lingering effect. 30 damage over 10 seconds, so it's 3 damage a second. Okay, but it does not stack. Not being able to stack, I'm not a huge fan of. So instead of grabbing that, we could grab more power, or we could grab a couple of recycles and an EMP Gatling. Rapid fire deals low amounts of damage, applies EMP on hit for a short duration, disabling abilities. I think that's honestly probably our better option, and we're just going to have to use Gatling guns, is what it is. Let's see here. So I don't have enough money for us to apply another big. It's 11, not 10. Okay. Oh, for the 20%? Right. Well, now it's 66. What's 20% of 66? 13? 12? 12, right? Ish. Might still be 11? No. Math is hard sometimes. Okay, so you guys might be wondering, what's this red tile mean? This red tile means that the node's going to be filled in with an obstacle at the end of the next wave until you put an add tile on it. Yes, I just read that word for word because, you know, I read sometimes. Basically what that means is these little things right here, these like dark black tiles, these things, that's an obstacle. I can't build on it. Creeps can't walk through it, but I can't build on it. So that is what's going to form in at this spot unless I put in an add tile. It's actually really bad for me to have one of those right there because that means I can't put a laser pointing this way. So we're gonna fix that. Let's go ahead and apply an EMP Gatling to like right here. Hopefully that'll help us out a little bit. I have no idea how much damage this thing does. We're about to find out. It does 1 damage. Oh God. All right. Let's see what she does. Oh no. Oh no. Oh wow, it fires super quick though. Doesn't matter because it's the equivalent of spitballs. It's done. This is a terrible turret. Oh no. I'm going to lose just because I put an EMP cat. This thing's done 155 damage, man. Wow. All right. Well, I'm going to sell this right now. We're just going to get rid of it. Attack rate, reduced attacks bounce to the nearest. Yeah, I'm not even bothering. We're going to grab this and I'm going to sell this. Oh my God. 66 was 13. Nice. All right. Yeah, that was painful to like watch. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so that should help a little bit. and I really would like for us to get, I don't know, a miracle going, but ain't looking too hot for me right now, is it? I'm hoping this extra laser will help a little bit, right? That was close. Okay. Prevent shield regeneration while targets are within range. +1 damage per 4 tiles away from the base the Seeker drone is. And a plasma thrower. I like plasma throwers. Plasma throwers step on the toes of our laser beams. +1 damage per 4 tiles away is really good. Prevent shield regeneration, also pretty good. This is not exactly what I want. I want the damage ramping one, so we're going to grab that. Next up, going to build another drone. And there is the boss. This may be the end of the run. I'm not gonna lie. If that boss reaches the end, it's over. Like, it's straight up game over. And I don't think we got enough to slow it down or deal damage to it. Like, this thing's, look how many health bars it's got, right? Okay, we did decent damage to it, right? Kind of. Okay. We got a drilling laser. I could totally slap one of those bad boys down right there. And then I can actually put one down right here. And we might get it. Might get it. I don't know. I do not know. This is a risking it for the biscuit kind of thing, right? I do need more money, and if we survive, maybe we can get some more. Wait, I have an idea. Okay, we're going to lose out on these two lasers right now. But good God, is it going to be glorious? I'm going to put one right down here so I can get a drone that's going to stick on the boss for the rest of the match. And hopefully we can win. I got to beat that boss, because that boss reaches here, I'm dead. It does not matter. I do not pass go. I do not collect $200. It's just over. Come on, get him lower. Lower. Oh, man, that was clutch. I was not expecting to get out of that one, buddy. We're about to take a lot of damage anyway, but still, I'm very happy that we managed to survive the boss. We only took three damage. I mean, that's okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. Right. You know, maybe I do want this camera in the top left corner, but guess what? I'm a nincompoop. I have get this, guys. I have every camera angle, right? I've got top right. I've got to the right. I've got the bottom right. I got bottom left. I got left. I do not have top left. I do not have top middle. I do not have bottom middle. And I definitely don't have in the middle, because yeah, like, why would I put myself in the middle of the screen if I'm trying to, like, show gameplay? Yeah, we all know that obviously y'all are here for my face and not for the game, because let's be honest here, my gameplay is like sub-mid at max. but still. Anyway, let's see here. So Seeker Drone 3 launches an extra drone with reduced damage. The two drones cannot attack the same target. And then we have plus 25% attack speed for all defenses for 8 seconds on the first leak in each wave. A leak is whenever something gets to the end. Or we get a plasma cannon. Honestly, I'm kind of indifferent here. A different upgrade for the drone would be cool, but you can't multi-upgrade. You only get one upgrade. So it's not necessarily in our best interest to grab that. But then again, we only have one more slot for towers. So if we get a plasma cannon, we're not getting anything else. Plasma cannons are good, but I think I would rather get an inertia blaster. So, oh, we got rerolls. I'm just gonna reroll. +3 level Y, plus 3 extra lives on a perfect wave. Really good. That could actually give me the region I need. When switching targets, deals AoE damage based on the time trained on the target. That's really freaking good. It's arguably the best one. Arguably, not necessarily is, but it's arguably the best upgrade. Or I could get a shotgun turret. I almost want this upgrade, but I think I need the lives. Right? And now I need to find, or I need to place everything, and then we're gonna go ahead and sell these lovely lasers that I don't need anymore, right? Because those lasers are literally doing nothing for me. In fact, I sold them just so I could replace them. And I could put one right here, point it that way. I could put one right here and point it that way. And now we're, you know, I swear I had more than 9 going in here. That's weird. Anyway, so now we're broke. I have a ton of power. Do I have anything I can even upgrade? No, I don't. I think everything, I'm giving her all she's got, Captain, aren't I? Yeah, I am. Wow. Wow. Okay. We need money and we need upgrades. These lasers do nothing through shields. I think we're in trouble. The amount of shielded targets that they've got. Did we really not have a single leak so far? No. Wow. I straight up thought we were screwed. Plus 15 power when leaking. Can only trigger once per wave. An upgrade for the attacks mini stun accents. That actually might be worth it. We're gonna reroll. Plus 30% damage for towers firstly placed. Slow the current target. That is what we're grabbing. And I'm going to upgrade. Because I need these things to slow, right? And then next up, I need more sustained damage, which means more drones. All the drones have gotten me this far. I'm not going to give up on the drones yet. I am going to just prep for getting some drilling lasers over here as well. I do feel like these big laser beam guys, like these mass drivers, I feel like they're just not that good. Like, you put a shield in front of it and they're just useless. And even then, 55 damage, you'd think 55 damage would be like a sizable amount, right? But everything's got a shield, so we're really not functioning well. Oh, we lost a little bit of health there. We're going to lose a lot more here. Okay, so I need to +1 power on trap and mind kills up to a cap. Base damage increase in this tower now deals plasma damage. All damage goes to armor, deal 200% damage to armor. I don't think I want that. Disables the abilities of all axons in range, deals no damage, and has a long cooldown. I don't think I like that either. So whenever it kills an axon, this tower and towers adjacent to it gain an attack speed buff, +1 recycle, or a network pylon. Networks are really cool, but it's way too late in the game for me to even attempt that. Five damage every 10 tiles. Honestly, that may be our best bet. I'll do one more refresh. Applies a lingering damage over time. Whatever. We'll grab it. Right. It's not the one that we actually wanted, but it's the one we're going to have to use. And then I'm going to get us a drilling laser here, get it upgraded. We have enough for us to add in one more of these and get that upgrade as well. Yeah, we're kind of at a standstill here. I don't think we're going to actually survive much longer. I think we're gonna maybe make wave 21 or 22. Let's see, what's the highest damaging thing that I've got out here? I've got 10,000 damage on this. I've got 19 on this. I just realized this tower's not doing anything. Like, this thing can't actually attack. Oh, it can attack, I guess. Did we get a perfect wave? Did we actually get a perfect wave? Wow. Okay, that went a lot better than I thought. An arc reactor would not be bad. I think we need more single target damage though. I think upgrading these guys is going to help us out in some way, shape, or form. If only for a little bit. And we've got one from here to there. I could put one down right here, right? The only other thing I could do is probably make another drone tower. Did that thing teleport? And the fact that there's some of these creeps actually heal everything around it whenever they die, it's super annoying. Oh, I forgot to sell this one again. I need to remove that to a different location. Okay, I'm moving this one. First things first, I'm just gonna go ahead and sell that. All right, now let's take a look here. We have a hammer. We have +1 recycle when they're killed on the final 20%. Oh, yeah, I'll do that. That's fine. And let's add in another drone somewhere. Let's add one in right here. We actually have an expand too that we'll be able to utilize. We have a ton of ads. So what may be our best option is to find a way for us to start expanding a little bit more and adding a little bit more like length and complexity to the path, right? Because we have 16 ads, that's a lot. And we have 4 blockers. And we're gonna take a little bit of damage here. Okay. So we've survived to wave 22, which is further than I honestly thought we would get. Could get a bunch of proximity mines and just, you know, send it, but not sure how well that's going to go for us either. Plus 2 lives whenever we use an overload. I should probably start utilizing my overloads a little bit here. We could do an orbital cannon. I don't know. What are you guys thinking? Like, we could refresh. Orbital cannon may work because it's going to apply consistent damage to whoever's furthest. Costs 125, so we're not really going to be able to kind of get much out of it. Let's reroll. First 2 Axons at least cost no lives. That may be the best option. Let's grab that. Okay, next. We need to find something that will... I think I have an idea. I have a dumb idea, but it's an idea nonetheless. That's what we're going to do. We are going to use all of these lovely ads. Oh no, I needed to be one closer. I can't actually oh man, are you freaking kidding me? That is so dumb. I can't wait. I wanted to have nice things, right? I just wanted something nice so I could, be like, hey, yo, you guys can't go this way. You got to go through another loop over here, and then you can get back over there. But no, we ain't allowed to have nice things. I'm not allowed to have nice things. Makes me sad. Makes me very sad. Yeah. That's kind of a wash, honestly. Wait, I can load a checkpoint. I wonder what that does. I have no idea. Oh, it just loads me back to the... Yeah, okay, we can do that. Let's try it again. But this time, I'm going to make sure that I can actually do what I wanted to do, right? So... Okay, so that will work, because now I have the actual line here, so I can expand this way. Did not mean to do that, but whatever. Got recycle tiles if I need to. Okay. Next up, I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of that. I'm gonna put in a blocker right here. And then I'm going to grab one of these little guys, slap that down right there, get it upgraded. And then, how are we doing on this? Go from here to there. Go ahead and upgrade that. I think that'll help us out a little bit. Gives us a little bit more expansion. We're at 99.4. That's pretty good path length, if I do say so myself. If I needed it to get a little bit longer, I could expand. I do have some more add tiles, so I can actually make this just, creep out a little bit further or something like that. But I'm trying to hold off on us expanding in ways that aren't like combined enough to where we double back. Like, I'm trying to get a lot of double backs. So our next expand will probably be like right around here, right? And as soon as it leaves this, it's going to come up and then come back this way. And then we might expand a little bit further here. But I'm just trying to get it to where we have as many of these drilling lasers on the expand areas as we can. We'll see how this works. I really wish these radiation vents just did more damage, because it's kind of sad. Kind of sad how little damage they do. Same thing with these drivers. These mass drivers just don't do the damage that I wanted them to. So we're not going to use those in the future. We're going to have to find a different tower to use. These drilling lasers are very nice for single target damage. They just, I just don't think it's going to work out too well for us in the long run here. Yep, starting to take a little bit of damage. Not a ton though. One free reroll every 3 waves. That wouldn't be the end of the world. Deals more HP against Axons with low HP. That might be our better option. Not necessarily our best option, but a better one. And then how far does this go? It goes to there. Okay, if I do that, upgrade that, and then we start adding in some of these the new type of drones that we got that does more damage. They'll lower their HP, and we put those on towards the end here. I think that might be our best bet. So I'm actually going to go ahead and add in, well, we're going to add in one right here at least. And we don't have enough money to add in another tower. I probably should have looked at that before I went ahead and did that, but I mean, I can remove that instead. Call that a day. We'll see how well this goes. We will see how well this goes. Oh, we have flyers. Oh, that's awful. I completely forgot that there's flyers in this game. That's awful. All right, we'll be fine. Because I think we're done with them. Because I removed the connector that was straight through, the flyers actually have to go pretty far. So it worked out for us really well, actually. Okay. We got an expand, +1 adds when placing down a tower with no adjacent defenses. Let's re-roll again. There's my inertia blaster. All right, so inertia blasters are pretty cool. They deal more damage the more they shoot. Up to a cap. And they reset every wave, right? Well, there's an upgrade that eventually makes it to where they don't reset every wave, so they just deal more damage. And having one of those or a couple of those is really, really helpful. Not gonna lie. You know what? I want to add something right here. We're gonna do this. That'll work. That'll work. And then I want to just take one of these little guys and put it right there, and we'll just send it. How are we doing on path length now? 115. Hell yeah. Which means that 20% damage buff, right? It's just slowly getting further and further up the line here. So the more towers that we get that deal damage in that last 20%, the better. So the longer our path is, and then the more we fortify the path right in here, the better off we are. So what are my active techs? An extra recycle when they're killed on the final 20% of the path. How? Oh, flyers. That makes sense. Because 115 is what? Over 20 tiles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Probably 22-ish. Or, yeah. It's like up to here. It's pretty good. I mean, we're taking a ton of damage right now. Oh my god. Took so much damage. Any good upgrades? I need something for the inertia blaster. Boom. That is what I needed. That is exactly what I needed. I think it's a little too late. I think it's too little too late, but anything that we can do to increase damage output here is honestly best thing we can do. Best thing we can hope for, right? And we're gonna send it. So this inertia blaster here doesn't do a ton of damage, right? But it starts scaling up every single attack, right? So now it does 5 damage a hit, now it does 6 damage a hit, and this is permanent. So it just slowly gets stronger and stronger, and we're probably gonna get wiped here very quickly. But if I had gotten the inertia blaster fully kitted out early on, it would have been game over, because they max out at like 40 damage per. So what I should probably do is just start out with an inertia blaster as one of my starting loadouts. And just we can get it maxed out to, you know, doing 40 or 50 damage a shot, and then it's doing as much damage as one of these lasers, except it shoots faster. Now, it can't hit, you know, like 30 creeps in a row, but whatever it can do, it does, right? All drilling lasers retain 25% damage bonus when switching targets. That's pretty good. I'm not too concerned at this point for us to actually, you know, get further along here. I just have a feeling it's going to be over very soon. And by very soon, I mean probably this wave, maybe next wave. Best we can do is just pray, right? But the more I fortify this last area, the more damage that we should be able to get going, right? Nope. Yep, there it is. Game over. We got round 26. It's honestly better than what I thought it would be, but we did not get that high of a final score, only 56,000. So yeah. Oh, I forgot to change my loadout. So let's go ahead and go back to the menu. But yeah, so that is the first attempt at survival that I've at least done on Livestream, right? Let's go ahead, and I do really like seeker drones. I don't think the mass driver's that good. GG. I don't know, Sora, what do you suggest here, right? Like, what do you think would work better? Because only getting to wave 26, it just doesn't feel that good, right? I understand I'm in the top 500 players, but that's not very high. And I mean, this is an indie game, so there's probably only like 510 players, so I'm probably in the bottom 10 people. But yeah, so let's see here. I need something that can deal damage through shields. I think that's what I need. I think that was my main weakness on that run, right? Was that we just didn't have enough damage that went through shields. So let's see here. What can we do? The Reaper does ignore shields. And we have, what else ignores shields? I think that is inertia and maybe a radiation tower. Like one of the big radiation towers. Okay, we can do that. Oh, this ignores armor and shields. Yeah, so yeah, that would help, right? Yeah, it makes sense. Zeus cannon. Let's look at the abilities that we have here, because I haven't used any of these. Towers. The tower emits a shockwave, dealing damage to all axons within range. Tower emits a stasis wave, stunning all axons. EMP blast, disabling abilities. Temporary ignores shields and armor, and then increases a tower's range, increases a tower's attack speed. Applies a damage amp to all axons within range for a brief duration. I think damage amp and ignoring shields and armor may be a really good one. Do we want to do blank canvas or islands? Stun? Yeah, let's do that. Stun over ignoring shields and armor, probably. You want to do blank canvas or islands? So islands are basically the same thing as blank canvas, except instead of getting a line, you get a little square. And there's multiple squares, right? Wow, my high score here is 420. That's terrible. High score here is 69,000. Nice. I guess we could do island, right? That'd be a change. But I also think we should probably... We're doing island? All right, let's do island. Mix it up a little bit. I like it. Okay, so the way island works is that there's... Wait for it. Islands. And they have different towers that are pre-existing. For example, this right here is an aura tower. Whenever it is activated, all axons within its range are slowed. And then we have a aura tower D, which buffs all damage of adjacent towers. We have a power generator over here. That's a credit generator down here, and another power generator, and another credit. Oh, that's an aura tower. That's a damage aura tower. So aura tower S for slow, aura tower D for damage. But yeah, I'm okay with this. Okay, starting out, we're gonna go ahead and make sure that we got ourselves our inertia blasters. So we can place one radiation tower right in the middle of it, because this basically covers the entire freaking map. Next up, I'm gonna put an inertia tower down right there. I'm gonna put one down right here, and we're gonna kind of just, you know, pray a little bit. Perfect wave. Nice. Was not expecting that. That I was actually a little bit on the spook side there. Plasma vent. All damage goes to armor, deals 200% of damage to armor, discharges plasma flames, damaging axons that pass over it. Let's actually reroll here. Reaper. I think a Reaper is exactly what the doctor ordered. think we put a Reaper down right there, and we send it. All right, get a little spicy here. Orbital cannon or a frag hammer. Let's go ahead and reroll one more time. Blast cannon or a plasma thrower. I think a plasma thrower might be the right call here. And this is what a plasma thrower does. It's literally a flamethrower. Does a ton of damage. Cool. And now, lingering damage over time to Axons within range, +1 recycle every 3 waves. I think the one recycle every 3 waves is going to be worth it. Okay, now we're gonna start selling some stuff. Put a blocker down right here. Okay, I can deal with that. I need to get this moved, but I can't, because I can't recycle the square that it is on, right? Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I really messed that up, didn't I? I need to expand down here in order for me to do what I want to do. Oh, we're gonna take so much damage. Oh my god, we just took so much damage. I'm a fool. Increases the range, reduces upgrade costs. Let's go ahead and reroll. Boom. Permanent growth. I'm okay with that. Permanent growth's great. Add a path right above it. What do you mean right above it? We can start expanding this way too, slowly but surely. We can actually start getting this way and looping them back over. So if we go from here and then loop back over, that'd be pretty cool. Need to add a blocker right here. That'll help. Actually, right above the plasma, and you could have a longer path. Oh, right. Add one right there and have it loop down and through. Instead of it going this way, it would have looped it right through here instead of, yeah, you know, that would have worked. That would have worked. Is this for entire game? Okay. And if I add one right here, I can add in another. Oh, if I put one right here, they'll overlap. Let's do that. I just want to see how much damage that they start like putting together, right? Well, they completely shred any AoE targets, right? It's just not quite there. So we're gonna use this power, which gives us extra add every time. And I'm gonna put another Reaper down here because we need end of the wave survivability. I think Reapers are really good because they do more damage the weaker an enemy is. And I think having one down here as insurance is just a really good idea. We're kind of sad that I didn't get it quicker, but that's okay. Link blasters will be really cool. We can get them all up and running together. +2 adds when activating a pre-placed tower. I think that's a good buy because we're about to be there. And now what we'll do, I'm actually going to go ahead and sell this. No, I'm not. I'm just going to go ahead and recycle that. And I don't have enough money for me to really do what I want, but that's okay. I'm going to place one of these bad boys right there. I'm going to upgrade this guy. I'm going to upgrade this guy. And we'll go from there. So this one here is actually starting to do a lot of damage, right? So he's ramping up almost 20 damage a shot, right? So he's halfway to max damage now. Come on. Nope, not there. We ain't doing enough damage yet. Starting to take a lot. +2 adds and 1 blocker when placing down an expansion. Okay. We can re-roll 2. +20% damage. Prevent shield regeneration while targets are within range. Let's do that. And what else do we have here? We could do another one of these just to try and deal a little bit more damage while we're out here. They do have damage increases, but these guys are kind of weak until you either get super long waves or you get the upgrades that let them just continuously ramp up their damage output, right? Which kind of sucks because it really does like suck when you think about it, right? Because you need more than just, you know, a little bit of damage at each wave. You need it to actually last a while. We can do I need to get like to the point where I can actually expand over here, right? But that's 2 expands away, essentially. This one here I can reach. I cannot reach it. I'll be too far away, I think. I don't know. I placed one right here and it got me. I think we can reach it. What is this? The power generator? That one's a slow. This one here's another power generator. I say going this way is probably our better option. I'm not sure what way would be best here. So I can rotate this a little bit, right? So if I go in like here, oh yeah, so that's probably a better option. So we can add in a couple more spots. Okay, so that should work right there. Okay. And then what we want to do, right, is if we sell this guy and then we could sell this one as well, but let's not. Instead, we're going to put a blocker down right here. And then what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to use a recycle right here. If I put an inertia blaster right here, as well as a Reaper, and then we upgrade all of our inertia blasters that we have, we should start feeling the damage scaling. Okay. So now there's going to be some flyers in here. And the flyers are kind of what I'm worried about. I'm not going to lie. So I think if I take this and get rid of that, now the flyers have to go a long way. Boom. Beautiful. That honestly could not have gone any better. I think this would have been really nice if I was over here, right? We don't even have enough oh, wait. We got an upgrade here. Gains additional damage per kill, resets each wave, +1 range to all New Frontier towers adjacent to the nuclear tower. And this is a New Frontier tower. So there's different brands, okay? So this one here is a Vex Industry. This one here, I think the Plasma and the Drilling Laser are both New Frontiers. I guess we could do the Drilling Laser, right? Now, I need to figure out how I want to do this. Need to utilize those radiation towers, right? I feel like the radiation tower, like one right here would be helpful, right? Just to apply some extra damage over time. But getting one down here will be really helpful too. I just feel like these guys just, the radiation towers just don't do enough damage. Wait, is that regening? All the, what? Rapidly repair each other? Oh my goodness. I literally can't damage them. What? Wow. More damage it takes up to a cap. Resets when they exit range. We're doing it. And then we're going to add one down here, and hopefully we can do something with all of this power. All of the power. And hopefully we don't lose right now. I'm not feeling very confident though, let me tell you. Slowly taking more damage. We got more flyers coming in too. This upgrade will slow the target. Let's see here. I guess that's probably our best bet, but we can re-roll. Oh, okay. Oh, I need more money so I can put out more towers. Let's attempt to put out another radiation tower right here. And then I can't upgrade it, but yeah, that may be our best bet. I want to see how much damage these radiation towers can deal anyway. Like these nuclear towers just, they don't do a ton of damage. They really don't. They do consistent damage, right? But just not a ton. Oh yeah, that's it. That's game. There's no way I can't deal damage to that. I really want to like the radiation towers. They just, I feel like they're too much of a supplement, right? They don't really fix like the underlying issue. I don't know how to out damage some of these units that require, you know, oh, I don't know, like a lot of just focused fire because they repair each other. For example, there's little squadrons that healed each other. I don't know how to attack that. I guess I could have used some of my power-ups, but I don't think the power-ups would have helped either in that sort of situation. The stun probably would have helped. You think that the radiation tower should cost less? Right. Just hit continue real quick, and let's take a look at our upgrades here. So we have 39 points now. So like our tech tree is getting fleshed out a little bit here. Plus 10% damage for defenses placed within 5 tiles of destination. We could do plus 10% damage for each tower until they get a kill. Bosses start with 90% HP. Double down if you don't use a cell in a wave. Block a leak. Plus 1 cell every 2 waves. You know, random tech on wave 5. Okay. Every 10 waves, double the resource amount given from selected rewards. If you leak, all Axons are teleported back 5 tiles. Plus 5 lives if you have less than 50 lives at the end of the wave. -2 overload cost. You can overload a defense tower however many times you want. An additional random defense upgrade when picking up your first defense upgrade, and automatically acquire the corresponding tech for the final defense you pick up. Oh, so once you unlock it, you can only have 1 active tech. So +4 power on a perfect wave. I'd rather have +8 credits, in my opinion. Let's see here. I guess the last ditch defense is probably a really good one for us to pick up, especially right now, right? And then we'll have to start looking into other perks that we can start getting. Islands or blank canvas? Let's keep doing islands. Nuclear, we're gonna hold off on using nuclear. Let's do, I guess I could just put in a Reaper. It ignores shields, it's pretty good. Or we could do network towers. Let's do network towers. Network towers are so stupid. I love them, but they're terrible. Like they're so good, but they're so bad. Like it's kind of funny. You wanna play a game? Let's play a game. Because that's basically what happens. Okay, well, I don't like how that turned out. All right. I don't like how that's looking either. I put in 4 of these bad boys. Well, guess I'm just gonna have to find out, huh? See if 4 of these towers can actually stop a group. Like a wave, right? I don't think they can. Oh god, they can't. Oh my god, these things are awful. First wave. Oh no. I need something that can handle AoE. Plasma thrower. That's beautiful. Like, probably could not have asked for a better thing. Except for maybe a little bit more money. A little bit more money would have helped. Let me go ahead and just put one down right here. Pray. I think we can handle it now. Oh yeah. Plasma thrower. Woof. Talk about a lifesaver. Still no perfect waves yet, but we're getting closer. Especially when you add in a Reaper Tower. I think a Reaper Tower is going to help out a lot. Go ahead and add in another one of these bad boys. I don't know where, but we can. Let's actually hold off on that. We're just like actively losing lives left and right now. So bad. All right. Boom. That's the upgrade we needed. That is exactly what we needed. All right. Network towers are going to start coming in. But first, figure out what is this? Power generator, right? Is this a credit one? This is a credit generator. Boom. 40 power for expanding here. Okay. What about this? Plus 2 ads. Oh, it's 4 ads actually. Okay. Okay. I can do that. That'll give me 12. I don't have any recycles. I can probably work with that. It's going to take us a couple more waves before we're actually at the point where we can utilize this fully. But I will go ahead and put an inertia tower over here so we can activate this credit generator. And we are going to go ahead and sell one of these inertia towers so I can double up on the plasma. Man, this is not working as well as I want it to. We can take out almost anything, but single target. We're not very good at single target at all. Let's re-roll, see if we can get anything here. Range and firing arc increase, generates a gravity field that slows all axons within surrounding area. Let's do a gravity generator. That sounds fun. Okay. We're at a point now. Where I think I can get away with it. We're gonna put a blocker down right here. Put my first network tower down there. And I need to get this plasma thrower redone, but for the time being, this is what we get. If I can do enough damage to actually get some kills, that'd be great. But if not, it is what it is. There we go. Oh my god, so much damage. Our life total is dropping so quickly right now. This is... That was awful. That was absolutely awful. It's hilarious though. Let's see here. +2 adds when replacing a tower or activating a pre-placed tower. I'm gonna go ahead and sell this bad guy right there because, yeah, that was pretty pitiful. I'm gonna go ahead and sell that one as well and put in another Reaper. Ooh. Okay, how much range does this bad guy have? Ooh, I like that. Slap that bad boy down right there. Put another Reaper down, and hopefully this starts actually working. Hopefully. We don't have very much time to continue the experiment here. We really don't. I think this one's a wash. I think this one's a wash. We're gonna go through until until it's over. It ain't over yet, but it ain't looking too hot. I don't have enough money to actually get another upgrade either. That's the best part. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna do that. We're just gonna add in a network tower. Why not? We're just going to expand our network. Get it? We're expanding our network because they're all network towers. When you only have 1 or 2 network towers, they're kind of trash. But once you start getting like 20, and there's just, you know, laser beams everywhere, they're kind of fun. But you gotta survive through the trash in order to get to the treasure. Let me tell you, it's kind of hard surviving the trash. Not gonna lie, it's a little on the hard side. Oh yeah, we're doing that. Like, if you look at how much damage they're doing, it's actually quite a bit, but it doesn't really matter because, well, honestly, we did not take as much damage as I thought we would on that. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. No longer slows around, instead links up to adjacent towers and generates a gravity field around them. Okay. -3 power cost for upgrades. Yeah, let's do that. And then I need more expansions. I need more credits love of God, I need credits. I need credits real bad. We're gonna go ahead and apply some expands here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get into the fetal position and cry. In all reality, I'm just gonna put a blocker down right here. I'm gonna put another network tower down. I'm gonna put one right there. Just to help increase the damage output. Just a little bit. Why not? I'm full sending these network towers. It's doing great. We're doing great. By the time they're actually hitting the end of the network, they're really not very, they don't have very much health, right? Like if you actually look at how much damage the network towers are doing, it's doing a lot. But you just have to get to that point, right? So now, oh, hey, Reaper Tower is increasing their range. Is actually really helpful for me. But yeah, so now if I put like, you know, another network tower, like let's say right here, it just gives us even more to work with, right? Because it connects to every network tower that's within range. And every laser beam does damage, right? And I don't know what the refresh time is on it. It's every 1 second. So 4 damage, but it increases the damage for every 1 second that an enemy's in the beam. So that's why it really starts to work really well on these long shots, right? Got these long straightaway paths. And it doesn't do too much here because it's only like, you know, 2 squares, right? But if I get one from here and then put another one right up there, it's going to start doing a ton of damage because they're traveling along these long paths and just getting like fried the entire time, right? There's flyers, isn't there? Yeah. We got repair drones. Game over right there. Okay, so network towers, I feel like islands, because you're actually, since you're doing squares, it's actually a lot harder to get started. Because your endpoint and your beginning point are actually kind of next to each other. So since these things are so far apart, it's the same path length technically, but since they're further apart, I think this is why it feels easier. Man, I really want to just like be like, oh yeah, 2 network towers. That's all I need, right? I already know that this isn't going to work, but we're going to do it anyway. Oh, maybe it will work. I have to spend enough time in the path. I'm actually really surprised that worked. At least worked as well as it did. Let's do a plasma cannon. And we'll just apply a plasma cannon right in the middle. Plasma cannon does enough single target damage to like make sure that the creeps that as they get stronger can't get through the network point that we have. But then, you know, oh, a seeker drone. Oh yeah, that'll be nice. And then we can just be like, oh, hey, well, guess what? I want a little bit more damage output, right? So if I add another expand right here, I can just put one right here, and now we have 2 lasers. You can't see the second laser, but I assure you, it is there. So now when they come through, they're just going to like start off real slow, and then damage just ramps up so quick. Now those single target ones are actually kind of beefy, but the ever increasing damage output, it's kind of useful. -3 power upgrade for defenses is really useful for us right now. We go ahead and grab that. Now let's see what we can do expansion wise. So I kind of want to get to the point where we can utilize these network towers, right? A little bit more at least. So if we get to where they have to go this way, right? They have to go down this way. I think we'll be in a better spot. I need a couple more expansions so I can loop them down through here. But I think it's gonna work. I think it'll work really well. So this isn't really going to increase my damage output, like from this tower at all. So if I did this, I mean, it won't really help, right? If I did this, it'll give me 2 extra beams that they have to cross through. If I do this, I still get 2 extra beams. But this one here will also give me the opportunity to potentially go from here all the way down to here to get a couple beams going this way. And I think that's kind of like the way you need to play this, is by, you know, kind of prepping for it. And thinking, you know, a couple steps ahead. Still don't have any inertial blasters going. I want to go ahead and place one down just in case. Wow, okay. That worked really well. Plus 2 adds every 3 waves is going to be really helpful for us. Increasing additional damage over time. That wouldn't be bad either, but I think the ads is going to be what makes or breaks this entire build, right? So next, what we're going to want to do, we're going to want to place one more ad here. Oh no. That's unfortunate. That's not what we want. That's not what we wanted at all. So gonna have to put a couple of these blockers down real quick, and that's kind of not gonna work the way I wanted it to, and we're just gonna have to find a way around that. Short-term answer is going to be for us to sell this and kind of hope that we can get enough damage output down here with a plasma launcher to do what we gotta do. We're not gonna get there. We're gonna take some damage on this one. Quite a bit, actually. Is where it is. Okay. Increased damage output, network beam stacks with multiple towers. That wouldn't be the end of the world. Let's actually double check and see how much damage output that will get there. It goes damage increase by 1 for every network tower. So it increases your damage by so then it goes from 4, it goes to 5, and then for each new one. You know what, let's actually grab that. I think that'll be a really good one. So the more towers that we have in our network, the more damage output we actually get, right? I think that's going to help our scaling quite a bit. And then if we get one more ad, where does this need to be? This honestly needs to be right here, which means I need 2 more ads. I need to get one more for right here and then put the tower right there, essentially. Right here would have worked as well, but I didn't have enough for that anyway. Yep, next up we have 100. I guess this will help for the time being, just to increase a little bit of the damage output. It's not going to be enough. I think we're still going to take damage this wave, but it should help us out in the long run. I'm wanting to buy this game just to see if I can do better than you. Honestly, it's like, this game is kind of hard. I'm also using I'm doing stuff that I probably shouldn't be doing, in all fairness. Like, let's be honest here. I'm probably not playing an optimized game by any means, but hey, it's still fun, right? This is fun. I'm having fun. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're doing that. All right. See, that's the real reason why. So this is going to be a quick shout out to all you indie developers. You guys want free advertisement? All you gotta do is just, you know, be like, hey, play this game for us, and then people are gonna want to play it just to show how bad at video games I am. I got a perfect wave. Suck on that, Soro. All right. 20% damage amp for the last 20% of the waves. I can do that. I can deal with that. I can dig it. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is where it starts to get juicy. Very, very juicy. I would if I could, but again, I don't know the game. Yeah, let's go ahead and do yes. Oh, yes. Like, so many of these guys are just like getting decimated, right? And I've got the plasma and just clearing them out right there towards the end, just making sure it's a little bit of a chef's kiss. Oh yeah, damage amp, hell yeah. That's gonna be a glorious, glorious thing once it starts kicking in. Now I need one, I need two. Technically, I think I need three. I need one here, then one here, and then I need to, no, not one here. I need one here, and then one here. And I need to put a blocker here. Hey, also just a shout out that Symphony of War is currently on 30% sale. Is it? Wow. Yeah, no, guys, go get that. That's a good game. It's a good game. Gotta support those indie developers, my man. I love my indie developers. They're great. Insufficient power. I need unlimited power. See, this is how I know how to make Cat's Cradle. I just do this and hope that it works. And so far, it's working. It's working very well. Now, don't get me wrong, at the beginning it was a little sketchy, but right now it's going very well. I do need some expansions, but I do also want more powering credits on a perfect wave. So I'm gonna have to deal for the time being. Oh my god. It just starts getting more and more crazy. I'm gonna put one here for the time being, just because I can. Just because I can. Wow. Talk about insanity right there. That's why I wanted to shout it out. For those of you guys that are watching the VOD, and it's, you know, what is today? The 30th of November? It's after the 30th of November, and you're watching the VOD. It might still be on sale. Go check it out either way. All Axons take 5 damage for every 10 tiles they move. Hey, Inertia Blaster, you too. That's finally, we have the good Inertia Blaster. Yeah, I need that there. Good. I don't have any blockers. No blockers. Unfortunate. I'm gonna go ahead and sell that though. Next up. Slap that bad boy right there. And then next up. Oh, yes. 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 It is time. The glorious, just wires everywhere. This is kind of useless right now, I'm not gonna lie, ain't doing much. That's the best part about doing network lines, though. It starts scaling up pretty freaking intensely. Because you got to think about it. For every, is it a blue upgrade or is it the, for every blue upgrade, their damage starts out higher. For every blue upgrade that's connected. For every green upgrade that's connected, they're slowed. So, yeah, it adds up a lot. Let's go ahead and refresh. -5 upgrade cost all Astrois towers adjacent to a network tower. Okay. -5 upgrade cost. So if I just put 2 more of these guys right here. Oh. I just be like, yeah, so I'm gonna make these cheaper. I need to zoom out. I need to zoom out. I need to see where I can expand here to get more money. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think I could take some more ads too. I think the ads will be helpful for us, right? Because we haven't started building down here yet. So I think if I get one here and one here, and then start expanding downwards, we'll be in a better spot. There is an upgrade which gives you more money for every Axon that's killed within the web, which is pretty fun, if you ask me. These poor things, man, they're just getting decimated. Okay, I need to get some recycles in, honestly. I need actual recycles. Bonus power a wave is pretty cool, but I don't think that's going to be what I need. I am going to go ahead and start applying some drones though, because I'm going to need those in the long run, especially when dumb stuff starts happening, which is like flyers and whatnot, right? So if I start applying, that'll add in a lot more damage output. So let's go ahead and do that. And then let's add in a stacking damage output upgrade. And then I need to figure out if I put one here, that'd be good for short-term damage growth, but I'm going to need long-term damage growth. So I think putting one right here would be better off, because then I get at least some of the diagonal and get set up for future placements, right? Like they really take most of the damage right through here, where they've got like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 beams all within like a short distance, right? Especially because a lot of them they sit in for a minute. Like that's the real reason this works, is because they're all sitting and interconnected at the same spot. I need recycles, but I'm not getting any, which is kind of unfortunate. I'm not gonna lie. So 2 beams to 4 beams, it doesn't really matter. We're not gonna get exactly what we want, but this will help. And then I'm going to put a drone right here. I'm not going to put a drone right there. I lied. I do need to start putting down some of my inertia blasters though. So I'm going to need more than just network damage. I'm not gonna lie. I hate to be that guy and just be like, oh well, these network things are gonna be the only thing I need for the whole match, but I know better. I know better. It's not gonna work. I need to diversify my damage output, but I also know that my damage output amplifies super quick the more of these things I have down. Like I'm taking these things out so quickly right now. Extra credits a wave would be great. I need recycles. Need recycles. Recycles. Sure would be nice if I got some recycles. Not getting any of them though. It's pretty unfortunate. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually kind of Getting a little upset because I really need recycles, otherwise I'm going to be feeling the pain soon. All right, let's see how much damage this boss starts taking once it gets sit inside one of these beams for 5 minutes. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere a little bit here. Okay. Okay. No recycles? Really? No freaking recycles. Okay, hold up. I've got a solution for this. Where's my green? I have a green up top, but I've got 1 green down here. We're gonna do that. I'm getting rid of this. Getting rid of that. And we're gonna eventually get rid of these 2 as well. I need them gone. I need these to not be connected whatsoever. That way flyers have to at least travel a little bit further. Hopefully in network. All right. Okay. I'm okay with that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a plasma tower down here instead, though. How much damage are you going to take, bossy? You're not taking enough for me. You are not taking enough damage, boss. We're in trouble. We're in a lot of trouble, actually. I don't think we're going to be able to beat it. Okay, hold up. You're way down here. You're, I think we got it. I think we can still get it. I need a miracle a little bit though. +2 cells every 2 waves. I don't need that. I will do a seeker drone and I'm going to place that bad boy right there. We're going to do the low HP upgrade. And then I'm going to go ahead and we're going to add a couple ads, right? So if I get 1 right here, can I... Okay, so that would be a really good setup for future damage scaling. Add another ad there instead. So that way we can get 2 going and that will scale really well going up. But for the time being, what I need is I need another one of these guys. And we have 2 of them. Boom. Got it. And we're going to get through these waves a lot easier than what we were with the boss here because the boss was pulling away a lot of our aggro from our other turrets. So we're actually able to clear these guys out a lot easier, right? The little cat cradle system that we got going on here. +1 recycle when using 2 overloads in a wave. That may actually get me to use overloads more often. I think that's a pretty good bet. It's a pretty good bet. I'm going to go ahead and get a network tower for right here. And I'll put one here and here. Do I have any upgrades that I can do? Let's start doing that. Let's start seeing if we can get a little bit of amplitude on money. We just do so much damage. I love it. So we're actually able to get a lot further now than what we were in previous ones. +25 attack speed for all defenses for 8 seconds after the first leak. I don't really care about that. I don't want to refresh. I do not want to refresh. I mean, we'll grab the orbital cannon upgrade then, and then because that'll give us, you know, a little bit of opportunities here. here to there, I guess. Yeah, it's probably our best bet. So if I put one right here, and I just slap one down. And then we'll eventually put one right over here. And that'll give us a couple extra lines to most of these. And we need to get another network basically going the same way that this one is. So putting one probably maybe right in here would give us a connection to basically everything. That'd be a really solid one to put in, because that would basically, when you start adding in just one line, it more than doubles, right? Like this thing's done over 100,000 damage just from all the network lasers it's got set up with everybody. So, because this one's like the main network for some reason, but yeah. We got a couple that, you know, actually make it all the way down here, but very few do. So we don't want to be completely SOL whenever creeps do make it all the way down here. That's why I'm starting to work on investing on upgrading this area, right? But we do want plus 15% damage to all towers with no adjacent defenses. That's actually really good. Now if I put one right here, oh yeah, oh yeah. I'll do that to increase damage scaling a little bit, and then we can actually put in another location over here and start working on expanding. Okay, so I used 2 overpowers to get myself another recycle, and then I'm going to use the recycle over here to try to get rid of some of these potential flight paths of the flyers. It'll also give me another add too, which is totally worth it in my opinion. -2 for overload power costs. That's actually really good. Let's go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to go ahead and sell this and recycle that. Now we're going to go ahead and place an add there and one here. Okay, now where else could we go? That right here would give us a decent amount of increase, but then we got like 2 or 3 lines that aren't actually being utilized because they're going over these untouchables, right? If we angle them further this way, it's not really going to work. We actually need it to be like over here, but then we lose out on a lot of other stuff, so kind of in a lose-lose on that one. Putting one right here would give us an extra laser going straight down. I don't know. Kind of don't know right now. We could definitely put one right here just for the time being, right? We can go ahead and upgrade that to increase our money generation. And then we can eventually put one right here at a diagonal. I think that would probably be our best bet. Let's go ahead and send it and see what happens. Oh, we can start upgrading our towers for DOT damage. They're getting further into our network here, so we're starting to lose our power. But the problem is we've got so much invested into this. We're gonna have to figure out something here. Plus 3% damage to all towers for each adjacent defense. Okay, to all towers. Okay, so the verbiage on that's confusing me. I think each tower for every adjacent defense, it gets an extra 3% damage. Okay, that's nice, but it's not the end of the world. Additional damage over time, we'll do that. Wait, what upgrade is this? Oh, it's a damage amp. We want damage over time for that. Damage amp on these, yes. I have 6 ads, which is pretty perfect. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, now I'm gonna sell this. I'm gonna add one right here. Instead of adding one of these, one of those towers, I'm going to add in a drone, and we're going to do an extra drone launch, and then we're going to add in a couple of network towers a little bit out and about. Try and increase our damage coverage a little bit, not a ton, but a little bit. Having multiple drones being able to be launched really does help out with spreading the damage that we need. So I need to get a I need to get rid of this because this is allowing flyers to get through. Let's see here. What do I need? What do I need? I need a miracle. Kinda need a miracle right now, but that's okay. If I put a tower right here, that'll probably help. All right, see how this goes with the flyers. See if we can handle them. I'm hoping all these extra lines here make it to where the flyers can't just simply walk through everything. And that would be mostly correct. They were able to heal, and when they healed up to full, their shields got regenerated. That's unfortunate. So I need to figure something out to mitigate those shields, because once the shields get reprocced, it's kind of like I can't do enough damage that close to the end, right? Let's see here. A sniper tower would help. A little bit. That's a really nice tower ad right there. I could use some more ads. And let's go ahead and go for, honestly, right about here. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. So if I add one in here, then add in a few over here, and then start working on an expansion, and I recycle this, I could probably add in an extra loop here. But then I'm not going to have the ability to connect these at all. So, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to play out. But we are on wave 24, which is almost as high as we got in the first one, right? We are making progress, though. I don't have any form of regen, though. I feel like having some regen right around now would be pretty freaking helpful. Not going to lie. Being a little bit on the spook side. Not having any regions, kind of rough. We're doing really well on this wave, though. Oh, I keep forgetting to use my powers. All plasma cannons attack bounce once for an 8-second cooldown. That's actually really nice. So that's going to make plasma cannons a little bit more useful for us. Let's go ahead and start plopping those guys down. With damage amps. And what else can I do here to increase damage output? Let's do that. That looks really good. And then if I do that network upgrade, hell yeah. That's almost perfect. And then I can probably add in another one down here or over here and really get them layered up down over there. I do need to start showing a little bit more love onto this end though. So what we may want to do is add in one to like right here. Because this area is really well covered, right? But if I can get the rest of the map to look like this, then there's no shot. I also, oh, right. I need to do damage. I need to do upgrades. If I do overclocks, then I'm able to get more removal, right? I can get another regen, or not regen, but a recycle. I'll be able to get rid of this, and then the flyers can no longer just fly straight over. Which they're having some issues dealing with that now, but I just want to remove the opportunity for them entirely. So now flyers have to go all the way around, or at least down to here, and then they will cross through the little hallway of hell that we got set up. So works good for me. First 2 Axons elite cost no lives. That'd be pretty helpful for us. Get one right here. Oh yeah, that's huge. Then I could probably put another one right here. Oh yeah, we're getting there, ladies and gents. I'm gonna go ahead and apply that for the extra damage output going here. Yeah, so the flyers are going straight down here. Should be another perfect wave. Yep, cool. Applies 10% power upgrade cost for defenses. Proximity mines. I really want us to get a hold of a different type of mine that isn't a proximity. I want something that's either going to slow enemies down or apply a damage amp to right there. So let's go for the tower upgrade. And then we're going to put a tower down right there. Apply a damage amp for it. And we're going to apply another one right here with another damage amp. Oh, I don't have money. That's fine. I don't even know where my mouse is. There it is. How are we doing down here? Not too good. Oh, we made it. Surprisingly. Getting a little spooky. They got a little bit closer than I wanted them to the end there, but okay. 1 recycle every 3 waves. That is beautiful. That right there is exactly what we want. And that right there is overkill. Go ahead and apply that in there. And I think I want one right here. Applying as many upgrades as I can here to really help ramp up that damage output. I can't even tell what's upgraded and what isn't at this point. There's just so many lasers. This is bright. Soro, how are you liking the light show, man? I think it's coming out okay. I heard you like lasers. So these things are like robots. It's really hard to actually see what's going on here. So they're like little robots, right? And that's the creeps are all robots. Oh, we're actually getting a little close to the end here. Looks like our drones are doing just fine though. Yeah, no, this is going great right now. +1 power per wave per upgraded defense up to a cap of 10. Okay, I'm grabbing that. I'm gonna get unlimited power. Unlimited power. Yes, all of the power. It looks like a frog. Eye, mouth, ribbit. This is now the frog. The frog. I don't know where I'm going with this, but we're going somewhere. All right, so that's not exactly the way I want that to go. Neither is that, but we're slowly getting there. And I have a great idea on how to get there. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and start recycling a little bit. And we should be able to get there with a couple of kills because our towers generate credits. Boom. You know what? I don't think I like that spot. So not very many are actually making it this far into the maze, so that's a good news. Bad news is we are getting more and more that are making it this far, so it's making me a little bit on the nervous side, but we'll have to figure it out. Minus 50% overload cooldown times, increased range, or command link. Let's do the command link just because I needed the money, and we're gonna go ahead and add that right there, and then I'm gonna add in one right about here, and we're just gonna keep sending it a little bit at a time. And if I put one right here, I don't have enough money for right there. Who am I kidding? But I can put a plasma cannon right there. Oh god, it's another boss wave. Oh my god, this is awful. I'm just gonna keep amplifying the boss. Oh my god, it takes so much damage from all the laser beams. This is hilarious. He's at half health, but he's almost through the gauntlet. It's making me a little bit on the nervous side. Oh, we actually took damage. Okay. We can make it through the second boss wave. That'd be pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Getting some of these inertia blasters is actually gonna be a huge help. It's gonna be great. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna sell this. I'm gonna put in one of these. I'm gonna put in another one of these. And I want to put in a couple of inertia blasters actually towards the end here. And we're gonna upgrade these bad boys to where they start each wave at max. And then I'm gonna upgrade these to where they increase damage output of all connected pylons. And now we're kind of just gonna send it and hope and pray. Like, the hope is that he takes enough damage to where the boss dies before he can actually ever get anywhere, right? Like, that damage does ramp quite a bit. Yep, we got it. We made it. Everything's fine. I do need to worry about these creeps though. If I can get this area to be as light showy as this area, I think we'll be okay. Especially if I can add in like a couple extra like towers like here, right? Maybe add in like one like right down here. Or like another one right here. Add in extra damage bonus. Minus 10% credit cost. I need to get something that regenerates lives. That's what I really need. But 90 cost for network is pretty solid, so I'm okay with that. I could really use... Okay, I don't want to interrupt the frog. The frog's too good to be true. But this just may work. Let me send them this way. I need to add more distance. I'm gonna have to send it in through here, aren't I? That's fine. Everything's fine. Don't you worry. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just gonna keep adding in more of these pylons while I can. I got the money for it. Might as well just send it. Oh no. Flyers. Tragic. Oh no, more flyers. Oh no. Oh my god, even more flyers. Can we stop with the flyers? I was not expecting this many flyers. No! That's game. We made it to round 32. I'm okay with that. This blew my old high score out of the water, though. That's 120,000. I only made a, I was only making like 69,000 on the last one, so I'm okay with that. Let's see. Let's see here. How many points do we got? We have 50 points now that are available for us to spend. So that's Axons are slowed by 10% when passing over a trap or a mine. When casting an overload, the overloaded defense deals 20% bonus damage for 10% for 10 seconds. That's pretty good. Double down. If you don't see a cell in a wave, block a leak. If you don't use a cell in a wave, block a leak. Let's do double down. And then every 10 waves, double the resources or gain a free random tech on wave 5. Free random tech on wave 5. I think that's a pretty good one right there, right? And we're gonna do instead. Oh, we don't have enough for that. Okay, so that's unfortunate. Wow, we went from being like rank 500 to rank 208. Network towers OP. All right, guys. On that note, I think that was a good one. That was a good note to end on. Was it the best that we've done by any means? No. Heck, I think first place has over, that's 3.5 million score, so we got a long ways to go. But I hope you all enjoyed this change of pace stream. It's not like our standard strategy game. It was a tower defense game. I don't plan on live streaming this very often. If again, I just wanted to revisit this because I know I did a review video on it about 6 months ago when it was still like in alpha, and it really has improved quite a bit, and I wanted to try and bring some attention to the game for the developers. And once again, I'm not affiliated or anything like that with this development team. I just really thought that they did really good work on this game, and I wanted to, you know, show my support in what way I can. Anyway, guys, thanks again for tuning in. Hope to catch you all next time. And until then, have a good one.